Welcome back to another episode of the most evil people in history. Today we'll be looking at the top 5 most feared mafia bosses ever. From brutal murders to wars between families, these men were known for their extreme violence and brutality. Let's get started. Number 5. Lucky Luciano. When it comes to the most fearsome mobsters of all time, Lucky Luciano is a name that always comes up near the top. Born in Italy in 1897, Luciano immigrated to the United States with his family when he was just 10 years old. It wasn't long before he became involved with the mafia, and he quickly rose through the ranks. By the 1920s, he was already a made man in the Genovese crime family, and was known for his ruthlessness. In 1936, he orchestrated the murder of several rival mobsters, including the infamous Waxy Gordon. This earned him the respect and fear of his fellow mobsters, and he was soon made boss of the family. During World War II, Luciano helped the Allies land in Sicily, and was rewarded with a noble title from the Italian government after the war. However, he was arrested on racketeering charges in 1946 and sentenced to 50 years in prison. He was released in 1962 and returned to Italy, where he lived until his death in 1962. Despite his relatively short life, Lucky Luciano was able to make a lasting impact on the mafia world and is still considered one of the most fearsome mob bosses of all time. Number 4. Tito Rinola. There are few names that strike fear into the hearts of criminals like that of Tito Rinola. Known as the ruthless leader of the Gambino crime family, Rinola was responsible for some of the most heinous crimes in mafia history. Born in 1911, Rinola quickly rose through the ranks of the Gambino family thanks to his cunning and willingness to use extreme violence to achieve his goals. In the early 1960s, he took over as boss of the family and wasted no time asserting his dominance. One of his first acts was to order the murder of several rival mobsters, sending a clear message that he would not tolerate any competition. As his power grew, so did his ambition. In the 1970s, he orchestrated a series of murders that targeted law enforcement officials, judges, and even politicians who dared to cross him. His reign of terror continued into the 1980s, when he ordered the murder of several members of the rival Genovese crime family. Despite the best efforts of law enforcement, Rinola was able to evade capture for decades. But eventually his luck ran out, and he was sentenced to 100 years in prison in 1991. Even behind bars, Rinola remained a feared figure in the mafia world, and was suspected of ordering several murders. He died in prison in 2019, leaving behind a legacy of fear and violence. No. 3. Michael Corleone. While he may be a fictional character, Michael Corleone is arguably the most feared mafia boss of all time. Portrayed by Al Pacino in the iconic film The Godfather, Michael is the youngest son of the Corleone family patriarch, Vito Corleone. When his father is targeted by rival mob families, Michael is drawn into the dangerous world of organized crime. As the story unfolds, Michael becomes increasingly ruthless and powerful, eventually taking over the family business. What makes Michael such a fearsome character is his combination of intelligence, charisma, and cold-bloodedness. He is able to manipulate those around him with ease, while remaining calm and collected even in the most stressful situations. This is perhaps best exemplified in the famous scene, where he orders the hit on his brother's wife and sister-in-law while they are attending a movie. The fact that he can carry out such a brutal act with so little emotion is truly terrifying. In many ways, Michael represents the worst aspects of the mafia. He is a calculating, ambitious, and utterly merciless killer who will stop at nothing to protect his family's interests. While he may be a fictional character, the impact of his portrayal in The Godfather is undeniable. Michael Corleone is a character that continues to fascinate and terrify audiences today. Number 2. Charles Lucky Luciano. Charles Lucky Luciano is a name synonymous with the mafia, as one of the most powerful and influential mobsters of all time. He commanded respect and fear from those around him. Born in 1897 in Italy, Luciano immigrated to the United States as a child and quickly got involved in criminal activities. By the 1920s, he was a member of the powerful Genovese crime family, and was known for his ability to make large amounts of money through illegal means. Luciano's rise to power was marked by violence and intimidation. He was known for his willingness to use extreme measures to achieve his goals, and was involved in several high-profile murders. In the 1930s, he orchestrated a gang war that resulted in the deaths of dozens of rival mobsters. Despite the bloodshed, Luciano's position was solidified, and he became the boss of the Genovese family. Luciano's influence extended far beyond the criminal underworld. He was involved in a wide range of illegal activities, including gambling, prostitution, and narcotics trafficking. He was also known for his connections to corrupt politicians and law enforcement officials who he bribed to look the other way. However, Luciano's reign of power came to an end. In 1936, when he was arrested on charges of promoting prostitution, he was sentenced to 50 years in prison, but was released in 1946 after serving 10 years. Despite his release, Luciano's criminal career was far from over. He returned to the United States and quickly got back to work, solidifying his position as one of the most feared mobsters of all time. Number 1. Al Capone, known as one of the most notorious gangsters of all time. Al Capone's name strikes fear into the hearts of even the most hardened criminals. Born in 1899 in Italy, Capone immigrated to the United States as a young child and quickly got involved with the local gangs. By the time he was a teenager, he was already a skilled fighter and was known for his violent temper. Capone's criminal career began in earnest during the Prohibition era when he joined the Chicago Outfit, a powerful mafia organization. He quickly rose through the ranks, becoming one of the most feared mobsters in the city. Capone's rise to power was marked by violence and bloodshed. He was involved in a number of gang wars, most notably the Battle of the North Side and South Side gangs. The violence culminated in the infamous St. Valentine's Day massacre in 1929, when Capone's men killed 7 members of a rival gang. Despite the brutality of his tactics, Capone was revered as a folk hero by many in the public. He was known for his flamboyant lifestyle and his generous donations to charities. However, Capone's luck would eventually run out. In 1931, he was arrested on tax evasion charges and sentenced to 11 years in prison. Although he was only served 7 years, Capone's reputation as a feared mobster had already been established. After his release from prison, he retired from a life of crime, but his name would live on in infamy. Which mafia boss was your favorite? Let me know in the comments section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.